So today we are stripping down the door handle on a Mk1 MX5. It's a pretty simple, quick and easy job. Takes around 10-15 minutes. Can be a basic job with minimal tools. All you need is a 10mm spanner and a 10mm socket with extension bar. There's two bolts that hold the door handle on the inside of the door. One on the left hand corner at the bottom and one on the right hand corner at the top. Very easy to get to. There's an access hole for the one at the top, which as you'll see is easier to get to using a bar with a socket on. Bottom one, just enter in through the larger hole down the bottom. Just watch out for the cable, which you ping off the plastic bracket just using a little pick or a screwdriver, and it comes straight out the plastic bracket that holds it in. The bolts on the door itself can be quite rusty, so I would advise spraying them with some sort of WD product. That will help it release it a bit better. I didn't use any of that, I just went straight in. When you get to the front, make sure that you remove the retaining clip that holds your lock cylinder in. Just using a flathead screwdriver or a little pick will help you do this. My one was actually broken, so the cylinder just kept sliding in and out, even in the new door handle, so I'd recommend always replacing the clip with a new clip and not reusing. As you can see, the bar is the item on mine which is seized up, as the spring doesn't actually move, which stopped this door handle from actually opening. I'd recommend putting some grease as I did on this one, and it stops it from seizing up. It is a bit difficult to line it up when you put it back into the holder, so it actually adjusts to where it needs to unlock and lock from. When reinstalling, make sure that you have lined it all up, and I left the locating bar loose to start with, and once it was all bolted in and I knew the handle was tight, I then added the bar in and attached it to its bracket. It took a few attempts just to make sure I was levelled up correctly so the door handle opened and returned and didn't just stay open. Top hole's not the easiest one to line up due to it only being a small hole, so you have to have the bar in and try and sit at the same time, but once it's in, it's easy enough to do up, and it's the easier one to start with. If not, you will not possibly line it up. As you can see, like I said, this is me adjusting the bar, where I check the door handle on the outside whilst moving the bar down into a further position to lock it in. It's got a thread on the bar, but the thread itself doesn't actually mean anything. There's no nut, no bolt or anything. It literally is just a bit of threaded bar. I presume it's to stop it from sliding out of the plastic holder in which it's in. I made sure after I reinstalled it all completely that the door latch itself still worked, so I used a screwdriver to put it into the lock and then reopen it from the handle on the outside. And as you can see, the door handle itself now fully works and allows access to the car properly, and the door handle returns.